All right, we are live here from Australia, loading into the session. Apologies, we do not have opening titles out yet. Just it slipped my mind to make them. I was working on it before this race to try to get it out. Just didn't have enough time, so we'll have it for the next broadcast we have, which is actually likely going to be race 3, because I don't think I'm going to make race 2. But yeah. But yeah, we're live here in Australia as we're loading in here. We just kind of have the graphic here to replace the opening titles yep, here we go. About to get down to the track. So a little bit awkward start to the stream. Not really any intro, but we still have a big field here tonight. Is all right. Here we go. So we're down on the track here in Australia. I'm also joined by Sam Lewis here in the booth. So welcome Sam for the second time in the booth in former Allegiant. So, yep, welcome Sam.
Hello Bryce, hello everyone. Thank you for giving me an opportunity to be in the comms booth again tonight, and I'm excited to see the Season 3 season opener, so it's going to be exciting to watch.
Yep, as qualifying has just gotten underway, as we're going to see first cars heading out on track here for season number 3. We obviously had testing, so I guess not the first time, but first time on actual race weekend, as that was a McLaren heading out. That's Ardell Moore now in the McLaren, who topped the time boards in preseason testing on Monday, and he is heading out on track here in Australia. To see the McLaren first car on track here in qualifying.
Looks like first man out on track, Ardell Marneau, and he's making his way towards the end of the first sector. The new layout that was added back in 2022. I'm kind of convinced to see how fast the pole time will be. I'm kind of curious about it because I think it's going to be, I would say, a very low 115, maybe mid 115.
Yeah.
But we're going to see.
Yes, here we go. Ardell Moore now makes his way through turns 9 and 10. Well, over the curb a little bit too much right there. You don't want to do that. Don't want to go over that outside curb too much there. But yeah, and then you head up into a technical section, sector 3 here. As, yeah, you make your way up through here into the penultimate corner. Fairly heavy braking zone. You charge up all the ERS you can to start your lap here in Australia. As here comes Ardell Moore now to start his first lap here in Australia. As here comes the McLaren to start his lap here as he heads up into turn 1. Seemed pretty clean from the McLaren. As, yep, here he comes making his way down the second straightaway into turn number 3, and then in turns 4 and 5 is yellow flags. I don't know what it is for, probably really nothing, but yeah, as Ardell Moore now making his way up onto what I like to call the curvy straightaway. But yeah, here comes the McLaren here heading up into sector 2, I think.
Jonathan Hibbett just making his way towards the end of the first sector as he makes his way through turn 6 to start the straightaway, and he about a 10th down on Ardell sector.
Yep, as Ardell Moore now making his way through sector 3 here. As here he comes. Obviously, it's regular corner cutting, not strict corner cutting, so you can go a little past those white lines. So you can get away with a little bit of trackless. I just want to point that out for qualifying. Ardell Moore now over the line. Going to set a 1:15.8 to open up qualifying. As, yeah, let's see what Jonathan Hibbett can do in the Red Bull. His first qualifying for Red Bull. He was on Sauber last season. As here comes the Red Bull, Jonathan Hibbett. Goes to 1:17.6, way slower than Ardell Moore now. but I think he'll probably be able to improve on that. As Royce Crown, defending champion, goes to second with a 1:15.9, a 10th behind Ardell Moore now. As here comes, that was Grant Ward. Now he changed his name in the league to Grant Ward, but that's still the same person as Jack Ward last season. He sets a 1:17.8. I'm not sure what happened on his lap, but I'm sure he'll be able to improve on that, just like Jonathan Hibbett can. As, yeah, more cars coming over the line, as does Billy Kreger, Dylan Fake in the Ferrari, and that's Mercedes. And Maddox Beer goes top of the board, who is coming back to Allegiant Racing. He was in the booth all season last season, and he goes top of the board here, back to racing in Australia.
Yeah, amazing lap for Maddox. First race here since season 1, when he was my teammate back at Red Bull, when we took the championship that season. But yeah, amazing lap from the Red Bull, first lap of the season in quali, and that's an amazing time, amazing banker, almost into the 15.7s. So it's great to see Maddox back at the top of the timing sheets.
Yeah, Maddox, unfortunately, has never won a race in this league. He got close, actually, in Season 1, but wasn't able to get it. And I believe he only actually has, like, one F1 league win to his name, which was in another league called FPL at Brazil. But I could be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure that is his only win. So he's looking for his second year tonight, his first in Formula Allegiant. But yeah, there's two cars that haven't set a lap here. It's the Alpine that is a rookie, and Ryan Ocon about to start a lap. That is the Williams. Ryan Ocon. He was in Mercedes last season, moved to Williams. There's a bunch of driver swaps here for season 3, and yeah, that was one of them. Ryan Ocon being on the Williams. I kind of went over in testing, but we had a new kind of sign-ups for it. We kind of refreshed it, and yes, Ryan Ocon currently just bailing on his lap. He's cutting all the corners. As yeah. But yeah, we kind of revamped the sign-ups format. We kind of just had a fresh start to sign-ups because we had a bunch of inactive drivers. So yeah, that's why you see a bunch of driver moves here here tonight from last season. Yep, we're getting close to around halfway through qualifying. We'll see people heading out for their second runs here soon.
Yep, Ryan Ocon bailing out of that lap. He had a huge snap at turn 3. I think he took too much entry apex curb, and he just bottomed out over it, and his car did not like that at all, so he just bailed out, completely cut turn 4, and went over those cones. So yeah, just cutting the corners, trying to get another lap set up, or he's just trying to get another lap. I'm not quite sure, but he is low on battery, so I don't think this will be a push lap.
Yep, as yeah, another person has joined the session, but yeah, I'm checking what the pole time was last season. I want to see if it could be broken here tonight. I know Royce Crown got pole last season. Or did he get pole actually last season? I don't actually. I know it was, I believe it was. Yeah, it was Royce Crown, but it was actually by such a small margin. Also, over Christian Severson, who's not in the league anymore, but. Yeah, it was 1,000 of a second the pole margin last season. I wonder if we'll get any, I don't know if it really can get much closer than that, but it'd be funny if we got like a tie to make it even closer than last season. But it was a 1:16.3 last season for pole, and it is yeah, we're going much faster here.
5 tenths quicker already.
Yeah, here this weekend in Australia. You also got to consider, though, last season was around when F125, where everyone was learning F125.
Oh, Ryan Ocon's round.
Oh!
He's almost into the wall there. He hit the grass on entry, dipped his wheel into the grass, and that'll, in this game, it's so sensitive, you'll immediately spin the rears round, and yeah, you will lose the traction, and your car will be spinning off into the gravel.
Yep, Ryan Ocon, that's unfortunate for him. He's on a 1:19.8, but I think he just kind of, I don't think he's gotten really a clean lap in. Here comes Ardell Moore now. First car over the line for the second runs. Almost gets MPA'd by the Ferrari. Not sure which one that was. That was Dylan Fake. But here comes Ardell Moore now. Can he get back to original pole? He can, in the 1:15.5. Great lap from Arda Morneau. Goes much faster than Maddox Beard, as Maddox Beard is heading out for his second run here. So, yeah, it's definitely gonna be an interesting qualifying, probably between maybe the top four here, and then yeah, from there. Oh, multiple cars around. That's Dylan Thake around in turn 3, and there was also that is Williams of Royce Crown around right where Ryan Alcon spun. Two cars spin around at the same time, as yeah, a lot of people trying to get up tickets with their new cars, even though it's equal performance still. Yeah, is. Royce Crown gonna start his lap after spinning, but he's still okay because it was his out lap, so he's gonna start a lap here. But gotta wonder if those tires are gonna be still in good condition after that spin.
Yeah, usually when you spin, you take a little bit of tire wear out of the tire, they'll lose a bit of grip. So that's not something you want to necessarily do on an out lap. You just want to be easy on the tires. You obviously want to warm them up to a nice temperature, but if you spin out, you're going to lose a few tenths in your flying lap due to the grip loss.
Yep, right on board with the defending champion Royce Crown here in Australia. As here it comes, heading up into probably one of the fastest corners in F1, turns 9 and 10. As yeah, almost flat out all through there. Might even be flat out if you can nail it perfectly. Kind of forgot if it is. Then you head up into the braking zone here. Yeah, it's such a fast track here in Australia. It's super tough to master, but we'll see if Royce Crown can do that. As here he comes, heading through Sector 3 into the penultimate corner, into the final corner now. Let's see what Royce Crown can do. Oh, he slides! Keeps it off the wall. That was a big moment from Royce Crown. That's easy to do with a lot of wheel spin in that corner. And yeah, he's going to have to bail on that lap. That was a really scary moment for Royce Crown. Almost took him out of qualifying.
Yeah, that was a close call there. Good job from him to save it there. I just think maybe out of the final corner, the car could not handle the amount of throttle input he put through that final corner. Probably tried to take it flat out, but his rear axle could not handle all of that pressure.
Yeah, here comes Maddox Beard. What can he do? Is he improving? Let's find out as he comes over the line. He does, but not enough to get to Arda Morneau's time. It is so close to the top of the board between the McLaren and the Red Bull. It's probably going to be between these two for Paul, but you never know because Dylan Thake, who's also spun again. Dylan Thake really struggling in that Ferrari. Definitely trying to get back in his rhythm. Well, we know it'll definitely be fast, but he's just got to make sure not have any spins, because he did that a lot last season, which cost him a lot of race wins as he heads into the pits. But yeah, let's hope he doesn't get a Ferrari curse here this season. That definitely could be a worry for Dylan Thake, even though technically it probably doesn't exist. It can feel like it exists for some drivers, but yeah. But still, Ferrari did win the last time out in Brazil. Obviously not for the championship. Royce Crown got the championship, but Ferrari did win their first Formula Allegiant race. So they definitely have a lot of momentum coming into this race. But yeah, and they also have a pretty solid lineup. Dylan Thake and Billy Craig are two pretty good drivers and probably could go for some wins.
Yeah, I would say mostly in order for a driver to win and just have that edge over everyone, I just think people can be fast. This is over my experience over the years. I've seen it all. I think people can be very fast, but what they're lacking is that mindset that will just give them that pace and that consistency, which will give them a win or a pole. I mean, they can be fast, but it doesn't mean they're going to have consistency. So you have to have the mindset and the confidence to build up that consistency, which then will result in you actually winning races and getting poles. So it just comes with time and effort, but eventually it'll come to you and you'll become a way better driver than you used to be.
Yeah, is watched two drivers improve there. That was Ryan Ocon and Billy Kreger. Billy Kreger not too far off his Ferrari teammate, Dylan Fake. He's at a 1:16.3, which is right around pole time last season. And then Ryan Ocon also improved to a 1:16.9. But yeah, also I do want to point out Royce Crown's also the defending winner of this race, defending champion also defending winner of this race. After a wild finish last season here in Australia, it was a great season opener, even with a lack of drivers last season. It was still a great season opener and a great finish. It was between Royce Crown. Justin Jewell and James Sadek, two of those not in the league anymore, but yeah, a lot of the drivers that raced last season in this race aren't racing anymore. But yeah, it was a great finish between Royce Crown and mainly Justin Jewell, where Justin Jewell unfortunately got spun around by Royce Crown in turns 9 and 10 on the final lap, and Royce Crown took home the win. But yeah, as we got 3 minutes left here of qualifying, let's see. Here comes Dylan Fake, gonna start his lap. He's got to make sure to just get a clean lap. I mean, he has a decent time on the board right now, but he could definitely go faster, because I'm assuming pole time's probably gonna be around the low 1:15s as the track speeds up. As here comes Dylan Fake, probably gonna be his final lap here, I would imagine. As here he comes. Heading up through turns 1 and 2, seemed nice and clean there from the British driver. As here he comes, touches the wall, but might still be all right. I don't think that lost him that much time. As here he comes, uses all the track right there.
Ooh, wow.
That was, yeah, used a lot of track. Yeah, he is slightly improving if he can keep this up through the rest of the lap. As here he comes. Heading down the curvy straightaway, gonna have the DRS open right here. We're gonna see a few bold moves probably here in the race, if you dare to make a move. Yeah, 2/10. That's a pretty good lap from Dylan Fake. As here he comes. He's probably gonna find a lot more time in this sector 3 here. 'Cause that's where most of the time is found. As yeah, he just cannot bottle or do anything here. As here he comes, Dylan Fake into the penultimate corner, heading up into the final corner. Don't want to pull a Royce Crown, as he does. Oh no! As Dylan Fake spins, I think I jinxed him. As yep, the Ferrari of Dylan Fake unfortunately spins around. Although I think he might have enough time to charge to the ERS and maybe go for one more lap. But yeah, that's definitely unfortunate for Dylan Fake. There's a lot of people heading out here for the final runs in qualifying, as Max Spears in actually quite a lot of traffic. That's Billy Kreger, and that's also Williams in front of. That's also Royce Crown. So yeah, a little bit of traffic from Max Spears. Probably gonna want to get a gap. While in contrast, Ardon Moore now has no one in front of him. We gotta make sure the people behind him doesn't catch up. But yeah, Ardon Moore now. Charging up that ERS. Ardon Moore now has never won a race in Formula Allegiant, but he's gotten close, just like Maddox Beard. He's gotten close. He got close at Vegas last season, Coda. He got close at multiple races last season, and he's looking to get it here tonight. And yeah, he seems very quick here in Australia. So here comes to start his lap here in Australia. His final lap here. Here comes McLaren. McLaren has still, I think McLaren might be one of the only teams to have never won a race in Formula Allegiant. Oh, runs into the grass. But is it, I mean, maybe he can still salvage something out of this lap. Let's see. We'll see at the end of Sector 1 here if he's, I don't know if he's going to be improving, but maybe he can find the time. But that's good for Maddox Beard. As long as Maddox Beard doesn't make any mistakes, he has a good turns 1 and 2. Let's see what Ardon Moore now can do here. He's still improving. Yeah, he is improving. So it's not a bad lap from Ardon Moore now. He can still salvage something. But Maddox Beard is 2/10 in the green. So Ardon Moore now is going to need to have a crazy second and third sector here if he's going to try to...
Maddox Beard's down. Maddox Beard's down. He's down by 200ths in the first sector.
Okay, maybe he can make that up. Now that oh, Ardon Moore now bails on his lap. Ardon Moore now bails.
Royce Crown is up by 2/10.
Okay, we gotta watch Royce Crown. Oh, runs off. Let's see, but maybe he can still. I don't know if he can.
Oh, Maddox.
Yeah.
Maddox is going off too, like
Oh.
Royce did.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, I don't think anyone's gonna approve. That's good for Arda Moore now. As a lot of cars heading over the line. That's Michael Lonsbury. He's up to 5th. We didn't watch that. As here goes Billy Kreger. Let's see. Billy Kreger goes up to 4th. Good lap from Billy Kreger. As let's see what Maddox Spear can do. Can he steal pole position? Let's see. As here comes up to the line, he can! Maddox Beard on pole position in Australia. What a lap from Maddox Beard. Even with the mistakes, he gets pole position in Australia.
That was an amazing lap.
200ths of a second. Not as close as last season, but still really close. As here's your qualifying order. Maddox Beard, Arda Moore now, Royce Crown, Billy Kreger, Dylan Fake, Michael Lonsbury, Jackson Schrager, we haven't even talked about much. We definitely need to talk about it a little bit, but yeah, it's Ryan Ocon, Jack Ward, Jonathan Hibbett, and the Alpine of, let me get a name real quick, but yeah, sorry, that would be, it's one of the rookies, so apologies for this. Sometimes happens in the first race.
I think I might be able to get the name. Is it Benji Bowen, I think?
Yeah, Benji Bowen, yeah. So, yeah, I don't think he set time. So, yeah, it's all right. Nice and cloudy here in Australia. Yeah, it's all right. We're down at the track here in Australia. Yeah, we never really talked about Jackson Traeger. I meant to, but I never got around to doing it. But Jackson Traeger, he signed up in Season 1, but I don't think he actually ever raced a race in Season 1. I think he ended up leaving the league. He might have raced like one race. I kind of forgot, but I don't know if he did. But he's technically an OG, but I don't know. Yeah, he didn't really race much in Season 1. And yeah, he's racing here tonight in Australia yep, here we go. His drivers getting their setups in, and I'm almost wondering if we'll get rain here tonight because it is cloudy. So we'll see. This could be interesting.
Yeah, I'm willing to see who's going to go for the hard-medium strategy and who's going to go for the medium-hards. But here we go.
Yep, formation lap here. Maddox Beard here on pole position here, returning to Formula Allegiant after season off. Maddox Beard proving he's just as bad as he used to be. We like to joke around that he's actually in a Sunny Hayes arc. Because he's kind of doing exactly what he did in the F1 movie. Kind of spoiler alert if you didn't watch that movie, but anyways. Arda Moore now second, then defending champion Royce Crown here in third, and then Billy Kreger. Billy Kreger surprised me in qualifying. He's 4th. He had some good runs at the end of the season though. Like at Vegas, he got really close to winning, and with how good he is at tire management, this could be a really good race for Billy Kreger. And then Dylan Fink in 5th, and Michael Lonsbury, who got a podium. He got P2 in Brazil in his first race, so definitely don't count him out. McLaren has a pretty good lineup. Same with Ferrari, but I feel like McLaren might have the best lineup here this season. And then Jackson Traeger in the McLaren, then the Williams, the Aston Martin, Ryan Ocon and Jack Ward. The Red Bull, I don't know why I'm going through the grid, but the Red Bull, John Vivet, then there's Benji Bowen in the Alpine. I'm not sure the Mercedes is, I believe. Hold on, let me check. I know if I can look at the roster real quick. That would be Evan Patson in the Mercedes, who didn't even set a quality time. But yes, here we go. Everyone lining up on the grid here in Australia. It's time to get Season 3 underway with a huge driver count here compared to previous seasons here in Australia. But here we go. People missed their grid box, but here we go. for the first time in Season 3. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights, and it's lights down, away we go. Season 3 is underway for Allegiant. This is a rough start from Maddox Beard. Here comes Ardon Moore now. He's going to get to his inside and clear for the lead. As here we go, heading up through turns 1 and 2. Chaos in the back, spinning, wrecking in the back. As that was a Mercedes on. Yeah, right on Ocon, multiple cars colliding in the back. As here we go, heading up into turn 3. We're laying a bear now. DNF last season. This is contact between the Williams. That's Royce Brown. Oh, chaos here on the opening lap here in Australia, as I think everyone kind of makes it through cleanly without spinning, except for the people that got involved in turn 1 and 2 incident. But the top 2 have broken away here in Australia. Ardon Moore now, Maddox Beard here at the top of the board. And then Billy Kreger, who's in the podium places, and then Dylan Thake in 4th, and Jack Ward in 5th.
Yeah, a rocket start from the Ferrari of Billy Kreger. He up to speed quickly because the hard tires will eventually and become the better tire with better. So he needs to get these meters fired up.
Oh
and
no!
catch
In the wall.
The 2 in front.
Sorry. In the wall went Evan Patson. Unfortunately, start to his career in Formula Allegiant. As moves here between the Alpine and the Mercedes Jackson Traeger. That's Benji Bowen and Jackson Traeger. As off the road goes the Alpine.
The Mercedes is out.
That's all.
The Mercedes. Oh, that car's destroyed.
We didn't quite catch it on the broadcast. I think safety car might be out. Is it? Yeah, I think it's a full safety car.
VSC. It's a VSC, I think.
So yeah, VSC is
I can't
out.
see it on track.
Yeah. Yeah, it's unfortunate for the Mercedes, who's just struggling on that first lap, and yeah, that's unfortunate for Evan Patson. But we'll hopefully see him next race in what even is it? Let's see. It's
I believe it was
Bahrain.
China, if I'm not mistaken, or Bahrain.
Yeah, Bahrain. Yeah. All right, here we go. Yeah, it's a VSC. You see it on the boards. So I think we might get underway. Might be getting underway here. So we're going a little faster. So here we go. We'll see. As they make their way through turns 9 and 10. Oh no! Jack Ward, drive-through penalty. Grant Ward. I knew I was going to say Jack Ward. Jack Ward's on play of this race, but it's Grant Ward. All right, here we go. Ardon Moore now leads us, but Maddox Beard is second. It's yellow flags.
Ryan Ocon.
Yeah.
And that is a full car safety car this time.
Oh, yeah. Bunch of chaos, and I gotta get it cleaned up. His full course safety car is out here, and it is just chaos here in Australia. It's Jack Ward. He's not able to serve his drive-through. I think he was going to. Yeah, I think he was planning to, but then the safety car came out, and it would have worked if But that's. Yeah, now Jack Ward's on fresh tires. Might not be a bad thing, but I don't know. It was going to be a setback anyway. But yeah, is Jackson Traeger also in the pits, and Benji Bowen gets around Jackson Traeger. Yeah, this rookie is kind of rough start to their first Formula Allegiant race, but we still got a long way to go. We've lost 2 people, unfortunately, Evan Patson and Ryan Ocon. Evan Patson being a rookie this season, and then Ryan Ocon, who's been here since season 1. But yeah, safety car is out here. There's a bunch of chaos in the back. That happened. That's kind of bound to happen with full, I don't want to say full grid, but a big grid here in Australia. I think this is one of the biggest grids, not the biggest, but one of the biggest grids we've had here in Formula Allegiant in general. We never really got these type of driver counts last season, which was part of the reason why we wanted to end the league, and then we decided to just keep going because we figured maybe we could have these type of driver counts for Season 3, and we're starting to get that now as the Ferrari.
Billy Krager's in the pits.
Yeah, Billy Krager into the pit lane here. Is he going to go for hards here? So Billy Krager going to fall all the way down. No one else elects to pit. So yeah, he goes onto the hards, just like Jack Ward, as yeah, more people heading into the pits. That's Jackson Schrager again repairing the front wing. As yeah, those two that pit down in 9th and 10th. Good thing. The good thing is now everyone's guaranteed to score points at least. So that's good for the people still racing here in Australia. Yeah, Arda Moore now getting his season off to a great start here. Went top of the board in testing, and now he's leading here in Australia.
Yeah, Billy Krager is in a very, I wouldn't say the best position because he's all the way down P9, but from the restart, I believe we'll have around 24, 25 laps left of racing. If Billy Krager can manage these tires well and keep them in a good window, he could actually take them to the end from here and get the race win, because no one in front of him has pitted. Well, obviously Grant Ward has, but he will have to serve that drive-through, so that'll set him back, obviously. But Billy Krager could pull off a win if he makes these tires last and everyone in front of him has to pit still.
Yep, a safety car heading in this lap. So we're going to get back to racing here in Australia. We got the McLaren, Red Bull, and Ferrari the top three here in Australia. Here we go. Space as the safety car makes his way into pit road. As here we go. Here we go. We're gonna get back racing here now. Here we go. We're underway here in Australia. There's a bunch of backing up here. That's yeah. Arda Moore now leads us heading up into turns 1 and 2. As let's make sure they're good back here. Oh, contact almost.
The Alpine.
Yeah, that was the Alpine. Benji Bowen and Jackson Schrager almost getting into it there, but they're all good. A much cleaner start this time, being a rolling start, as Maddox Beard almost goes around. That was a big moment. He actually has a little bit of wing damage on that Red Bull. I'm not sure from what, but he probably got it on the first lap, and now that helps Arda Moore now pull away, and now Dylan Fake trying to chase down Maddox Beard, who I believe has a fine front wing. Let's see. Yeah, he does have a good front wing, so yeah, that's unfortunate for Maddox Beard, but still having a front wing let off is drivable as he kind of cuts that corner, but yeah, definitely going to be struggling with a broken front wing, but I think he'll still be able to hang in there.
Billy Krager down the inside on Jonathan Hibbett, turn number 12.
Oh, contact. But yeah, the fighting here. Oh, as yeah, the Ferrari on pressure tires. But yeah, Billy Krager trying to find a way around the Red Bull of Jonathan Hibbett as Jack Ward into the pits, serving that drive-through. Sorry, Grant Ward into the pits. Good. Give me a sec to start calling him Grant Ward, but yeah, as Arda Moore now pulling away out of DRS right now in that McLaren, because Maddox Beard with that wing damage just struggling in that Red Bull. It's not good for tire wear also, because having to use more wheel to turn that car. Because I think yeah, this is a golden opportunity for Dylan Fake here, who's trying to rebound from last season after losing the championship in the final race. He's trying to rebound this season, and it starts now as here he comes, going to go around the outside here, down the curvy straight. Will he be able to complete the pass in turns 9 and 10? He easily will, as the Ferrari goes up into second, as Maddox Beard falls down to third, as this might be fighting here. It's Jackson Trigger getting around Jonathan Hibbett, trying to go for the Ferrari now. He's got a big run to the rear bumper, as here he comes, rear gearbox, as here we go. Goes to the outside. Can he complete the pass though? No, not quite, as Billy Krager stays in 6th. So this will be interesting down the front stretch.
Yeah, Billy Krager crucially ahead of Jonathan Hibbett now. Now he needs to catch the train as Maddox Beard the pits. I mean, I did see Dylan Thick was getting past Maddox. He had damage on his front right end plate on his front, so he's gonna get a new front wing and he's gonna go.
Oh,
and Dylan Thick's
Dylan
out.
Thick!
Dylan Thick's out. He's
What's
into
happened?
the wall at turn. He's into the wall at turn 1.
Oh no, Dylan Thick. I'm not sure. We completely missed it. As Dylan Thick is out, and that is not how he wanted to start the new season. As yeah, I don't know exactly what happened. Is that a safety car? And that is
Yes, it is.
That is unfortunate for Maddox Beard. He could have, if he just waited like a lap, he probably would have. Yeah, he would have been fine. He wouldn't have been fine, but he would have been able to pit and not lose as many spots. That is unfortunate for Maddox Beard.
Yeah, and that's also unfortunate for Billy Krager because that strategy was it was gonna work probably, but now Ardell, Marneau, and Royce Crown and the other McLaren can pit, and they'll have fresher tires. Step back for Billy Krager. So, yeah, that's unfortunate for Billy Krager in the Ferrari, but also for Maddox Beard, as you said, because pitted just a lap for the mediums to change his front wing. But yeah, the safety car just came out at the very wrong time, so very unfortunate.
Yep, we'll see. Will they take the chance to pit here? We'll see what the McLaren does. Gonna stay out. Yeah, he will stay out. We'll see if anyone really elects to pit. It might be a little early. I think it is a little bit early to come in. So I think we're gonna wait. I'm actually surprised really no one took the chance. I mean, it might have worked as Jack Ward has some wing damage. So I think Jack Ward is probably gonna pit here to repair that. He will, as Jack Ward gonna pit, so Max Beard will get up to 8th. But yeah, that's unfortunate though for Dylan Thick also. Not the way he wanted to start off the new season and his career with Ferrari is. Yep, let's hope he doesn't get the Ferrari curse. Let's hope he does not get that. But yeah, is pace car set the pace, heading up through here and heading onto the Kirby Straight.
Yeah, good news for Billy now. The top 3 have actually stayed out, and this also benefits Billy Krager because the safety car is giving them more laps down the tires and prevent wear. So Billy Krager could actually pull this off. As he started on the medium, he's already switched to a different compound as it's a rule that you have to follow nowadays. So once these top 3 pit, and Billy Krager really doesn't necessarily have to, now this could play well into Billy's hands for Ferrari.
Yeah, that's actually, yeah, it's a good point. And also Jackson Trigger too. Both of them are like the same strategy, so that's definitely good for them. We can look at the tires here, so look at that. Yeah, most of it's on the hards, but you notice Billy Krager is on 4-lap old hards, while the rest of the field is going to be about 8, or it's going to be, yeah, going on to 8-lap old, and Billy Krager's on 5-lap old. Yeah, Jackson Traeger has 6-lap old, going to be 7 now, but yeah, so he has a lap pressure tires than the rest of the field, but Billy Krager has a little bit more of an advantage, so yeah, this is definitely interesting. The strategies here, it's been a really chaotic race in Australia. It's only for a little bit of a cleaner race, but I guess it makes it interesting for us.
Yeah, very interesting. It's crazy to see Dylan Thick out of the race. Ryan had a big moment, and unfortunate for the Mercedes who DNF'd on the opening lap, I believe. But yeah, crazy to see that the top 3 also haven't pitted yet under the car, which surprises me, but I think that's because they weren't going to go for the gamble and go on the mediums because they would definitely have to pit once again. So they're just going to extend as long as they can and then go on the mediums and see if they can chase down Billy Krager, who necessarily doesn't have to pit again.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting restarts. I think safety car will likely be in this lap. So it's slowing down back there behind Ardell Moore now. Ardell Moore now keeping his pace behind the safety car, but defending champion Royce Crown is in 2nd. So that's interesting. Royce Crown looking for back-to-back wins in Australia and trying to go for back-to-back championships also. So yeah, Royce Crown trying to defend his championship this season, and yeah, hoping to win this race also. But yes, here we go. Will safety car be in this lap? I don't think it is. Jack Ward's not quite caught up, so I don't think. Oh no, it is. It is.
No, it is in. It's just a late call.
Yep. Stewards have agreed to have the safety car come in this lap. As here we go. Going like side by side here. Yeah, game makes you go really slow here. It's not Arda Morna actually taking the pace of the game for this restart. So can't blame really Arda Morna for any restart games. It's mainly the game doing that. As here we go. Here we go. They're all almost going double files. We're back underway here in Australia as, yeah, Arda Mornow leads us heading up into turns 1 and 2. As Arda Mornow, Royce Crown, and Michael Lonsbury's car's going in the grass back there. Maddox Beard already getting a move on. He's up to 7. Oh! Hits the wall, and there's a front wing lid off on that Alpine. As, yeah, old Jackson Traeger to the inside of the Ferrari Billy Kreger. Both of them on fairly fresh. Oh,
the Alpine's round.
Oh, no. The Alpine. Yeah, that's, yeah, the Alpine, that's unfortunate for him. But, yeah, Maddox Beard trying to get a move on here. As here he comes. He's on the fresher tires in the field. So yeah, here he comes to the outside of his teammate. As here he goes, maybe going for a 2-for-1 on Jackson Traeger. Here he comes. As yeah, he gets up into the top 5 already within half a lap. As yep, here we go. As yeah, a bunch of shuffling of positions here. As yeah, Jack keep saying Jack Grant Ward. Yeah, I think I said Jack Ward more than Grant Ward here this stream. So I'm trying to work on that.
Oh, Maddox Beard on the inside.
Oh, yeah, Maddox Beard gets up to 4th. Maddox Beard is flying out here as, yeah, on lap 10 here in Australia. Maddox Beard looks quick here and charging through the field. Now he sets his sight on the McLaren Michael Lonsbury. Both McLarens in the podium places right now, but split by Royce Crown, who's trying to chase down Arda Mornow.
Yeah, I mean, Maddox Beard absolutely flying on those mediums that are a lot fresher. He's going to go for the move, I think, down the inside into turn the McLaren, and I think he's got it done. Yes, he has.
Yep, good move for Maddox Beard up into the podium places, I think, but in a few laps he'll surely be in the lead. As yeah, the Alpine also unfortunately got a 10-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane, so that's unfortunate for him. Just not the best debut for Bowen, but yeah, a lot of the rookies have gotten out to kind of a rough start here in Australia, but I'm sure they'll pick it up as the season goes. As here we go, Maddox Beard here in 3rd, now chasing down Royce Crown, the defending champion, and then Arda Mornow for the lead. But yeah, Royce Crown is staying definitely in range on Arda Mornow. Both of them had a few fights last season, a few battles, so yeah, we're looking to see another battle between these two this season, and then also Maddox Beard joining in on these two. Maddox Beard definitely has a good shot to win this championship this season, and definitely to win this race. Is yeah, here we go. And on the front stretch, Maddox Beard sets the fastest lap. No surprise there with how fast he's running right now. As here we go. Maddox Beard now gaining. Beard. Yeah, he's gaining. We're gonna right on board with Maddox Beard here. He is flying out here. Yeah, he's caught up to Royce Crown here. He's right on the rear gearbox to get the dirty air, but on fresher tires it won't matter a whole ton. But problem is, Royce Crown has that DRS on Arda Mornow, so this might be a challenge for Maddox Beard to pass in because he doesn't have necessarily the advantage of DRS because Royce Crown has it also. Yeah, here he comes. Still gonna have slipstream though. So here he comes. He's gaining still with the slipstream. Can he get it in a turns out of 10? Will it dare to make a move? He does not. He's gonna wait. Thought better of that move, but I think he might go for it here into this braking zone here. Royce Crown charging up that ERS. Maddox Beard had to look. Yeah, no, not quite. Here we go. Maddox trying to find a way around Royce Crown here. Yeah, probably get it maybe in a turn 1 here. It's not a whole ton of great passing zones here, but he'll definitely find a way to get around Royce Crown here. It's probably best chance so far down the front stretch, but not quite enough.
Yeah, Royce Crown seems like he's very low in ERS. flashing on the back of his gear. So Maddox Beard putting Royce Crown under immense pressure here to try and take away that runner-up spot.
Yeah, I think Royce Crown might be starting to pick up the pace a little bit because he knows Maddox Beard is breathing down his neck here because he's also gained a little bit on Ardo Moore now. But yeah, this is big pressure for Royce Crown. As yeah, we'll see. Does Maddox Beard gain as much as he did here lap ago? Is yeah, they both had the DRS, but here comes Maddox Beard. But Royce Crown has good slipstream. Here he comes. Not going to be able to make a move though, but he closed really quickly. Yeah, here comes Maddox Beard. Royce Crown had to back off. Yeah. No moves made down into here, but yeah, Royce Crown had to back off to make sure not run to the back of Ardo Moore now. So that's a big slide from Royce Crown. Yeah, Maddox Beard trying to find a way around those Williams.
Yeah, they almost at the turn 9 and 10 chicane. The Maddox Beard very close to the rear of Royce Crown there, so that was a close call, but luckily they stay in one piece.
Yes, here we go. Oh, that was a slow corner from Royce Crown. Got him decent exit, but he's under attack here. As here we go. Will Maddox Beard make a move here? He has a look. Not going to be able to get there, though. I think he might be starting to throw some fake moves at Royce Crown. Try to get in his head a little bit. Trying to force maybe Royce Crown into a mistake under pressure, but Royce Crown has proven not to make those mistakes very much as a champion here in Formula Allegiant. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see Maddox Beard once again gap around the same as a lap ago, but yeah, now Royce Crown's not going to have the same slipstream he did a lap ago, but Royce Crown's still going to close up to that rear gearbox of Ardo Moore now. As here we go, not going to quite get there though this time.
Yeah, I'm not quite close enough. But bad news for Maddox, he's going to have to pit again. So if I was in his position, in a couple of laps, I would probably go on the hard and go for the undercut and just try how much of a gap I can build up. So Maddox Beard, he's dealing with a bunch of dirty air right now. Is starting to suffer a little bit. So he's going to have to make the call soon. Does have to pit again because the mediums will not make it to the end. So Maddox has to make the call sooner or later to go for an undercut.
Yeah, the good news for though is Ardo Moore and Royce Crown still haven't made their pit stops, so is technically equal with them in terms of pit stops. We also got to wonder, will Billy Kruger maybe try to go to the end on those hards? That could be big because he'd definitely take the lead. Or maybe someone else that's already pit. Let's see. We can see who's pitted. Michael Lunsberg still needs to pit, but I think Billy Kruger or maybe Jackson Traeger might try to go to the end. That might be their best shot to win here tonight. Maybe even Jack Ward, but I'm not sure. I don't. No, he's on the mediums. Probably not. Jackson Traeger on the hard, so I think maybe Billy Kruger and Jackson Traeger might try to gamble and go to the end, but it's a big task to do that. But if anyone can do it, it'll be Billy Kruger.
Yeah, he's on 3 laps fresher tires than the McLaren in front of him, and that McLaren's actually dropped out of DRS Maddox Beard, so this is a good chance for Billy Kruger to go for the move. Oh, Maddox Beard on the inside.
Yeah,
does he have it? I think he's got it.
He has got it. Yeah, I don't think Maddox Beard wanted to make that move, but it just kind of happened there, and it worked out. Maddox Beard up to second, but now they're out of DRS to the McLaren. As here comes Royce Crown now in the DRS. I don't think he's going to quite gain enough here down the front stretch, as he actually loses a little bit. I think he might be running low on ERS. Yeah, that's a big moment for Maddox Beard. He gets up into second. Yeah, now gaining quickly on Ardo Moore now.
Yeah, those mediums are still have a bit of life left in them, but Maddox make it count and get the move done and try and build as much of a gap as possible before he has to pit for the hards one more time. Or if he's brought a second set of mediums and go for the balance allocation, that could also come in handy as well.
Yep, as here we got a slide off there. Royce Crown kind of still there, but not going to be able to make a move. Maddox Beard just has the better pace. As here we go. Beard going to close in on Ardo Moore now. Beard trying to take the lead after being basically last on the restart. He's gone all the way up here. He's carved his way all through almost the whole field, and now trying to get one more and take the lead. Oh goodness, that was a bit loud.
Very close, and that looked.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yes, Arda more now kind of lagging. That's not good for Maddox Beard. Oh, what the heck?
Oh, what is going on?
Arda more
It
now.
looks like they're slowing down.
Oh, okay, yeah, she's just lagging bad.
Yeah, that's a huge edge. The gap's just gone up to 1.1. It was like 1 or 2 tenths, and now it's gone up to like a second.
I think Arda more now is just lagging, which was unfortunate for Maddox Beard there. He had to slow down because I think he thought
yeah, this is not good. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's not good. Yeah, we have no clue where Arda more now really is on track. I mean, I think this is accurately where he's at right now. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's finally stopped.
Yeah, that was. Oh no, not quite. Still kind of laggy, but it's not as bad as it was.
Now he's slowing down.
Yeah, slowing down. Then
really
yeah, it goes.
Confusing.
Oh, that's just.
This is gonna cost Maddox.
Yeah,
This is going to cost Maddox, because from Maddox's POV, it's gonna show that Ardell's down, but then he realizes all that time down, and Ardell's actually he's not actually there. He's further up the road. It just lagged and made it seem like he was right there, but it just gives Ardell an advantage, and it just costs Maddox time. So that could be reported for internet issue, but we'll have to see if it costs Maddox anymore.
Yeah, you gotta. I mean, I don't know. I mean, oh, big slide for Maddox. That was big, but yeah, I think. I mean, if Arda more now ghosts when that happens, then it's not a huge deal for Maddox Beard. But if he's not ghosted, then that just costs Maddox Beard. Because he has nothing he can do there. I mean, he can't just go through Arda more now if he's not ghosted. So I don't know. That's bad. But I think it's basically stopped at this point. So I think the race is back on here between the top two. But yeah, that just also brought everyone else back into this fight. I feel like Jackson Traeger is also at fifth. I want to point that out. He's having a good run. Same as Billy Carter also having a pretty good run. I have a feeling Billy Carter's just gonna try to go to the end though, knowing him, because he's really good at managing tires. I think he might be able to make it to the end, to be honest.
Yeah, I think if Maddox does have another I would recommend him coming in at the end of this lap or next lap, or if he's got another set of hearts, just undercut now, because I believe Ardell's going to go on mediums, obviously, because he's been on the same set of tires since the start. So Maddox needs to think about a call here, and he needs to make it right. It's all or nothing from here.
Yeah, Maddox likes doing these strategy calls in other leagues like NASCAR leagues, and he's got this thing called the F1 Fan Plan, which is also his like Discord username, F1 Fan. But yeah, I think let's see if we get an F1 Fan Plan here. Yep, they're all in. All three are in.
Let's see what tires they go on.
4 people in, 5 people in. Billy Cracker surprised me. He doesn't go to the pits. Oh goodness, almost ran to the back of them. But yeah, here we go. Here we go.
The McLaren has stayed out another lap.
Yeah, Zarda Moore now comes out front. Pit lane is busy here in Australia.
Maddox Beard.
Maddox Beard
has another set of medium.
Yeah, I think he did get, he does have another set of mediums on that car, so that's good. But yeah, Matty Lazzaroni probably would have hit there, but then he would have had a double stack. So he had to stay out. That is a disadvantage of having a teammate. Because if you don't have a teammate, you won't have to worry about double stacking. But when you have a teammate, then you have to worry about that. And he's the only one that stayed out. And yeah, he's probably gonna fall way down the order after that. But yeah, also the Alpine's in the pits right now. But also the Red Bull also stayed out. I forgot to point that out. Also Jonathan, but same situation. But Maddox Beard now doesn't have that tire advantage, so it just comes down to pace here between Maddox Beard and Ardell Moore now. Ardell Moore now has led most of this race, but Maddox Beard I feel like has the upper hand on pace right now. But yeah, his race guns also though seems pretty good. They're all on equal tires, all on equal tire compounds. It just comes down to pure driving at this point.
Yeah, I think Jonathan Hibbett made a good call by to not double stack. Good thinking there from Red Bull. But now Maddox Beard in DRS. So this is basically the battle for the net lead of the race, and this will come down to the final lap.
Yeah, as long as no one makes mistakes. Royce Crown kind of falling back a little bit. Still got the DRS on Maddox Beard though, but here comes Maddox Beard gaining to the rear gearbox of McLaren. Couldn't quite get there. As I think Michael Lunsbury is just trying to go long at this point. I would say, is he trying to go to the end, but I don't think he's made his pit stop. Yeah, he's not. So he's gonna have to pit at some point. So if he had made his pit stop, that would have been a bad idea to try to go to the end, but he has not made his pit stop yet, unfortunately. So yeah, so here we go. Here goes Maddox Beard into turns 9 and 10. Does he make the move? No. Yeah, he does not make the move. So yeah, thought that could have been a golden opportunity for Maddox Beard, but he doesn't take it. Yeah, Beard just trying to be smart about these moves. Doesn't want to make any bold moves this early right now. I mean, because he knows this battle is probably going to come down to the final lap anyway. So you don't want to take yourself out of contention right now. Just got to stay there until the final lap and just make the move, or just make the move now. It depends what you really want to do. But yeah, just got to stay in it right now. As Royce Crown has the fastest lap, Beard has a look, couldn't get there. Let's see if he can get it into turn 3. I don't think he will. Maybe he has a run, but not straight away. Runs out and into the corner, not able to get there.
Yeah, if I was in Maddox's position, I would kind of be worried and kind of concerned, because he's honestly trapped at the moment, because he's in that dirt of the McLaren in front, and he can't really necessarily drag back a few tenths and cool his tires down and recharge and harvest his ERS, because he's got Royce Crown right on his tail. So he's pretty much have to stay really close to that McLaren, or he's just going to have to give the position to Royce Crown just to cool down his tires. So Maddox is really close to the McLaren. That could be his chance into turn 11.
Yeah, here we go. Will he make the move? Just like he did on Royce Crown, he goes to the inside, can't get there. Yeah, not able to get there, and that's going to cost him. Yeah, that's going to cost him a little bit, but still fine as Michael Lunsbury finally into the pit lane in that McLaren. So yeah, stayed out to get a little bit of tire advantage over the rest of the field, but I still think he's going to fall back. Yeah, wow, that's bold. I mean, that
might not pay off well.
Here goes Maddox Beard to the inside. Beard to the inside of the lane. Can he get there? No. Ardo Mornow. Great defense. That was great defense for Ardo Mornow. Shut the door on the Red Bull. Here comes Royce Crown.
On the outside.
Royce Crown looking outside. Can't get there. As here we go. He tries to cross over. Maddox Beard shuts the door on him. As yeah, Ardo Mornow. This is great defense from him. He's not backing down. This is not going to be an easy pass for Maddox Beard over this win.
Yeah, Arnell not making it easy for the... But now Royce Crown is putting immense pressure on the Rebel. He tried to go down the outside. He's picking up a really nice slipstream. Alex is low in ERS. He's...
Oh!
9. Can Royce Crown pick up P2 here?
Side by side, Crown has to back out, unfortunately. Side by side, the turns down 10 will not work, but here comes Maddox Beard. Here he comes. There's all lagging again for Ardo Mornow.
Again.
Oh man, that's not going to be good. As I think, oh wait, yellow flags,
no.
Sector 3, what is it for? That's the Alpine. The leaders are kind of coming around right now, but yeah, he's good. So yeah, the Alpine having a rough debut, but just trying to finish the race, getting all the laps in. Definitely already a pretty big accomplishment, but yeah, here we go. Maddox Beard in the DRS, going to get a run, but can't get there on Ardo Mornow. He's going to hope Ardo Mornow doesn't start lagging in the corners, because that's where it gets pretty bad with the lag, because then that costs Maddox Beard. Beard, here he comes, to the inside.
Down the inside.
Can he get there? Oh!
Oh, man.
Ardo Mornow's just so good at hanging around the outside, and Beard just can't find a way around. Yeah, this is going to be really challenging for Maddox Beard to get around this McLaren. He's just going to need a mistake. Oh, was that a mistake there from Ardo Mornow?
Close.
Here we
4
go.
tenths. This could be his best shot. This could be his best shot here. He's got to make it work now. It's all or nothing. Can he do it?
Let's see. Can he do it? They're also approaching a lap car, but here we go. He's going to go around the outside. Oh, contact! Contact between the two leaders. Oh, well, 3 out. Not out, but they're all wrecked. Oh no!
Oh no!
Calamity
Oh.
between the top three, all taking each other out as Royce
Oh.
Crown in the same spot that he wrecked Justin Jewell for the win last
Oh,
season.
Maddox is
He gets
done.
he gets his cars. Yeah, Maddox. Yeah. Oh no. And I
Oh,
think
there's an Alpine right there.
is
Oh
Ardo.
my
Wait,
god.
I think Ardo Mornow. I think he came out with no damage somehow after that. I don't know how. Maybe he could have got some underbody damage or something. But yeah, both Maddox Beard and Royce Crown into the pits. That is huge between two of those top three drivers. That's unfortunate. Just got so aggressive. No one wanted to back out, and that's unfortunately what happens. Yeah, I mean, Jackson Traeger is kind of in range right now, though, on the McLaren.
Yes.
And also Billy
Billy
Krager.
Krager.
Yeah, this race has got turned upside down. This is insane here in Australia. Now, can Jackson Traeger, who's making his return from Allegiant here in the Mercedes, is he going to be able to go for this win?
It's possible, but these mediums could drop off in the remaining few laps upcoming soon, and the hards will come by. Billy Krager, despite the safety car ruining his strategy earlier, he still could come up with the win after starting, I believe, P5 on the grid, or P4.
Yeah, this is...
Oh, he's off! He's off into the gravel.
Is that safety car?
Not quite sure.
So.
He's
Doesn't
crashed
look like
out
it
of
is.
turn number 10. He's stationary.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it. Okay, so yeah, we're back. We're not back racing, but we continue racing. We keep it green here for these last 5 laps here in Australia. Jackson Traeger is there. How aggressive will he be though to pass Arnold Mornow and Billy Krager? What a story it would be if Ferrari could get redemption from this race last season. They got heartbreak last season with Justin Jewell getting wrecked in turns 9 and 10 last season, and yeah, that as I'm not experiencing a 3-second time penalty, but yeah, they got heartbreak last season. Ferrari's looking to redeem themselves here this weekend. We had Jackson Traeger trying to get his first go. Same with Billy Krager. You know Billy Krager wants to get this win. He's been in this league since season 1, trying to get his first win. All top four even trying to get their first win. And don't count out Michael Lonsbury, who's on the fresher tires. He might have the best chance here.
Yeah, I mean, this is gonna be very to the end here. I might have sustained a bit of damage or something from that contact, because I must say, yeah, Jackson Traeger, he's in a really good position. I mean, he's within 6/10 of our down front of him, and I believe he's a rookie, if I'm not mistaken, or he's raced a few times before, but this could be his best shot to go for a win. It's very close. This race turned down just out of nowhere, and we could see a very close finish.
Yeah, I think it is Jackson Traeger's first race, because I don't really recall him racing in season 1. I mean, maybe he raced like Australia or something. I'm not 100% sure, but I think on broadcast at least this is Jackson Traeger's first race. So we're just gonna call it for now. I might ask in his interview if it is his first race, because I honestly am not sure. But yeah, I think this is Jackson Traeger's first race. Jackson Traeger trying to find a way around this McLaren. Does he have? It almost looks like he has wing damage. So I'm not sure if he does. I
need to take a closer look. I mean,
no, he doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't.
He could have floor damage or side pod damage. Could be one of those two.
Yeah, but Jackson Traeger seems at a really good position right now, but we know how aggressive Arnold Mornow is getting to get this race win. And yeah, I'm watching Michael Lonsbury here. I mean, he's gaining. It's not as much as I thought he would, but he's gaining still on those softs also. He is on soft, so that also doesn't necessarily help on the long run, so he actually might not have the best chance. If you want the mediums or something, you might actually have a really good shot, but I think the softs are starting to drop off now. But yeah, Jackson Traeger looking, couldn't get there though in the turn 1. Could he get it in the turn 3? No, it's going to be a little too far back. But Billy Krager probably managed to let his tires. He's also catching up to these top 2.
Yeah, I think the McLaren on softs, I think maybe, yeah, what's his name again? I forgot.
Michael Lonsbury.
Michael Lonsbury, my mistake. for everyone watching. Yeah, I think if he went for the medium, this would be a much better shot for him. I don't know if he had any tires left besides the softs, but it would have been a better choice to go for the mediums. But yeah, as for Billy Craig, this could be his best shot. I mean, soon enough, they will be the better tire. And for Jackson Traeger, he is putting Ardell under a lot of pressure for the man who started on the front row.
Yep, here we go. Jackson Traeger, even after the top three almost taking each other out, two of them are out of contention right now, but even with them all wrecking, we still have a race on our hands, and what's even more impressive is that Arlo Moore now is still leading after that. That is really impressive, but here comes Jackson Traeger. Will he have a look at turn one? No, not quite. It's just not long enough to straight there. There's not a whole ton of passing zones around here. Just not enough heavy braking zones, I feel like, to really make a move. Is not quite close enough that time. He's going to get the dirty air all through here. Billy Craig seems really fast right now, but I don't know if he's going to have enough to pass the Mercedes. It's even harder when you're in third to pass second, because second has the DRS on first, and that's what Billy Craig's situation is right now. It's just not able to get that advantage. But here we go. Jackson Traeger's in a pretty decent range here, heading up into turns 9 and 10. But yeah, again, not enough. Well, it's just probably gonna come down to this final lap here. As here we go. If we can stay there.
Oh, this is very close.
He's close. Here we go. Here comes the Mercedes. He's gaining, goes to the outside. Can he get the move done? Round the outside into the gravel. As that is unfortunate for the Mercedes. Will Billy Craig take the roll? Couldn't quite get there. As okay, Jackson Traeger still in the fight, but yeah, that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. That might. Yeah, he's going to have a lot of work to do on this final lap. But here we go. Final lap here in Australia. One more lap here around Australia. Who's going to come out on top? Will it be Arno Moore now? What could the Mercedes do to get this win? Or could it be Billy Craig? Here we go. Heading up into here. The Mercedes gaining. Not able to get there, though, into here. Is he going to wait in turns 9 and 10?
Yeah, he's made a really good choice by staying behind into turn 3. Now, this is his best shot. He needs to get past into turn 9 and 10, and then he will have, inevitably, that double dose of DRS into turn 11. So it's all or nothing here. He needs to send the move.
Yep, all three of these top three going for the first win. Billy Craig dropped off, though. He's not in DRS right to these top two. So it's between these top two. Remember what happened last season, turn 9 10. Will he see a repeat? There is a repeat. Arno Moore now out. As now Jackson Traeger takes the lead. Arno Moore now spins off in Calamity and turns 9 10 once again. As Arno Moore now off the road. And Jackson Traeger, who returned to this league here since season 1. I don't think he's even raced a race. Jackson Traeger somehow, after beating and banging with Ardell Moore now, is going to come out on top just like Royce Krohn did last season. Jackson Traeger wins his first race in Formula Allegiant. He wins in Australia as Billy Craig comes on second, Michael Lunsbury third, Ardell Moore now fourth, Jack Ward is going to come, Graham Ward is going to come home in P5 as Maddox Spirit chasing him down. Unfortunately, Maddox Spirit, who was looking to maybe win this race, not able to do it. He comes on P6 after colliding with the leaders. As he comes on P6, Royce Krohn P7, and that will do it. I couldn't quite catch who finished P9, but yeah, that was a wild race in Australia.
Yeah, it was very eventful. That was one of the best races I've seen in Formula Legion in a while, and hats off, and a lot of credit goes to Jackson Traeger there. I don't know really if that was on him at the chicane with Ardo. It could be under review from the stewards later on after the race, but as for now, well done to that rookie and that young man in the Mercedes. That is a well-deserved win, and amazing job to stick with the McLaren ever since that contact with Royce Krohn, Maddox, and Ardell at the chicane.
Yep, you see your podium here on your screen. But yeah, Senior awards here. Race winner goes to Jackson Traeger. Driver they also goes to him. And most overtakes goes to him. Royce Krong sets the fast lap and is also the cleanest driver. But yeah, Jackson Traeger in a controversial way gets his first win and maybe I think it's his first start. And Billy Carter second. Michael Lesbury third. Otto Mornow fourth. Jack Hoare fifth. Royce Krong sixth. Maddox Beard seventh with a 3-second time penalty. He finished sixth on track, but he finished seventh. Then Jonathan Bett eighth. The Alpine in ninth. Dylan Thick 10th. Ryan Ocon 11th. And the Mercedes finishes in 12th. So, yeah, that was a wild race. I was honestly out of breath. I was not expecting a repeat of last season to happen in turns 9 and 10. I just mentioned it, and it actually happened. That was wild. But yeah, I'm gonna throw the graphic up on the screen. Sam, are you gonna do interviews?
Yes, I can surely join you, and you can start with P1, and I'll do P2, P4, P6, P8. Yeah.
All right. I'll hop in there in a sec. I just need to get out of the game to get to Discord. But wild race in Australia. Once again, another fantastic Formula Allegiant finish. But yeah, let's go ahead here and here we go. All right, let's go ahead to head into the interviews here. I guess we just had the VC2 because it seems like that's where everyone is. So yeah, let's do that.
That's what my strategy was. I just pushed as long as I could because I had a feeling when Ardell started lagging, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna stay out.
He was fucking teleporting, bro.
Yeah, he was.
Activated the illegal alien. I'm like,
It was impossible to pass. It was literally impossible to pass. Oh, yeah, he was lagging.
that's why I just tried to stay out. I was hoping you guys were getting screwed over more with the lag. I wanted to do an overcut.
Yeah.
I'm literally Fred Russell. I did nothing that entire race.
Dylan Blake is blowing into his microphone.
Does nothing.
Alright. Okay. Let's go outside these guys. Oh my gosh. Alright.
Limitize on lap like 9.
Oh, we got a lot of interviews here. Okay. Who are we starting with? Let's see here.
Start with me. I retired.
So did I. I retired before you.
No one cares, Ryan.
I think it'd be Ryan Ocon because I don't think Evan Patson's in here.
Oh.
So, yeah. And by the way, Sam, we're going from like 12th to first, not going like down. Yeah.
Sounds good.
All right. So I'll go ahead and start with Ryan Ocon. So Ryan Ocon, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Ryan Ocon, you're kind of midfield. I feel like on pace, and yeah, honestly, so much happened in the race. I can't even remember what even happened to take you out of the race. I don't even think we caught it on the broadcast. What happened to take you out of the race in Australia?
Yeah, if you didn't catch it, I may as well tell you. Lap 1, turn 1, I hit the back of Ward, who was in front of me, and then, hit the side of J&T. Think it hit faded. I spun around from it.
You hit me a little bit.
Then, yeah, just like contact. It was my fault. Broke too late for turn 1. Then we get to later on in lap 1, and that Mercedes goes off the track, and I mean, he says his screen went black, but I call bullshit, because if your screen goes black, you're gonna click pause and not go straight into the next car in front of you. So he tried to wreck me on purpose, no matter what he says. And then I pitted, tried to repair it, and I spun out on my own. So that was my race. As for pace, he said I had pace. I don't agree. I had no pace at all. I had to cut corners in qualifying just to qualify up there. So if that's the case, we're in for a long season.
Yep. So yeah, we got Bahrain coming up next. How do you think he'll do in Bahrain?
Well, terrible. I have a NASCAR race to do right after this on NASCAR 25, so I may as well stick to NASCAR because this is getting really frustrating. Bought the game over there and have some pace over there, whereas here I'm a washed-up dog. Even if I had anything in me, I still will not get the finishes like I was telling you last week. Last week I was telling you, oh, as long as I stay out of trouble and get some finishes, I may have a chance. Yeah, there's no chance. Good luck.
Yeah, I also do have an NASCAR 25 league after this also, but
Good
yeah,
luck in that.
yeah, good luck to you also. But yeah, we'll go ahead and move on to Sam here who will interview. Let me see who you're interviewing, Sam. Just 'cause,
Dylan Think
yeah, don't think.
was P10, but he isn't
Yeah.
in here, so.
Okay, so P9.
He is. He's sitting
Oh, he
right
is?
there.
Oh wait.
Hey.
Oh, yeah, he
Keep
is
on.
here.
Dylan's here.
All right.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So Dylan Think, P10 in the Ferrari. Yeah, it's just very unfortunate what happens. You went into the wall at turn 1, brought out the safety car, changed the whole race. So yeah, just explain to me what happened at turn 1 and what ended your race there.
What can I say? I'm a massive influence. Well, I was pushing a bit too hard and may have touched a little bit too much grass, but it's completely my fault. And then deposited myself into the turn 2 wall. So, not a lot you can do, really. Bit of a passenger, but oh well, next week will hopefully be better.
Yeah. So Bahrain is next week, as Bryce said. So do you think you'll finish that race and improve your position?
Well, because next week isn't my 20th birthday, so I'll be a bit more with it. I mean, it can't really get worse than this weekend, really. So, yeah, hopefully a decent result next week, and yeah, we'll see what happens. JC's the GOAT, also, by the way. Just like to point that out there. But yeah, hopefully a lot better than this weekend.
All right. Thank you, Dylan, for the interview. Bryce, over to you.
Cheers, Uncle.
All right. So let's see who we're interviewing here. I believe we are interviewing. You're interviewing Benji Bowen. So, yeah, Benji Bowen, you ready?
Hello?
Hello. All right.
Yeah, I'm ready, my bad.
Yeah, you're good. So, yeah, Benji Bowen, you had an interesting debut to say the least. You're kind of running in the background most of the time, but you kind of got in a lot of chaos and you had to pit early, so it wasn't really necessarily your fault. But then, unfortunately, you retired later, but you got still a good amount of laps in still. But compared to a lot of other people that retired from the race. So just walk me through your racing perspective.
Through my perspective, that one in lap 1 was just real hectic at first. Definitely I got tapped in a little bit. Front wing took a little bit of damage, and then I want to say later on at about turn 3 or turn 4, I ended up spinning into the wall, taking out my front wing. So that was kind of on me, but before the race, I didn't even get to qualify because, my brake pedal decided to try and leave, and I had to fix that. So, other than that, I mean, I was decently running. I'm definitely used to my GT cars, and I'm back into an F1 car now, and it's definitely a whole lot harder. I was definitely trying not to lock up on the brakes and not just spin. But towards the end of the race, where I ended up disqualified or not finishing, I was running on some softs that were real old, and I was about to pit and came around the chicane a little too hard and just lost it and went straight into the wall.
Yeah. So yeah, we got Bahrain coming up next. So how do you think you'll do in Bahrain?
Bahrain it's a real fun track for me. It's one of my favorites, so I think I can, if I can actually qualify this time, I might do something real strong and maybe do something real special for my second race.
Yep. Well, I also forgot to say warm welcome to the league for you,
I appreciate
but
it.
Yeah. All right. We're gonna move to Sam here for next person.
Yeah, so it's Jonathan Hibbett in P8. So, Jonathan, are you ready?
What's up, buddy? How you doing?
Good. How are you this evening?
I'm good and ready.
So, yeah, you and Maddox, P7 and 8 for Red Bull. Yeah, just a very disastrous race for you and Maddox. So, yeah, just P8. Nothing could really do that race. It seemed like just the pace wasn't really there for you. Made a few mistakes here and there. So, yeah, just take me through your race and what you could have really done, basically.
Yeah, I just think our race pace was kind of lackluster, start to finish. I just felt like I had nothing to push on. It just felt like every time I tried to uh bring a gap down to whether it was Ward, Lando, or somebody else, it just wasn't happening. So I just kind of stuck to the plan of just running my own race and whatever happens happens. And it's unfortunate that we got P8 in the end, but it's not where you start this season; it's how you finish it. So we still got plenty of races to go. We got Bahrain next week. Hope to at least finish in the top five there, and if we can't, life's life.
Yeah. Speaking of Bahrain, do you think you'll do better in Bahrain in a week time?
Oh, definitely. I always seem to have relatively good quality pace there, usually in the top five. So if we can just keep the race pace matching that, we'll definitely have a strong car.
Yeah. Thank you, Jonathan and Bryce. We can move over to you and
Thank you.
Maddox here now.
Yep. All right, Maddox, you ready?
Yep. Yep.
So yeah, Maddox, you had you had really good pace. You got pole, but unfortunately, just couldn't get the result after having that collision and turns 9 and 10 with the other two people your race able to win. But yeah, you still had good pace. So yeah, just walk me through your racing. How did it feel to return back to racing in this league?
Well, yeah, I don't really know. My brain's in shambles right now after what just happened. But I'll try my best. But yeah, so qualifying, it was an interesting qualifying. I didn't feel like a great last lap, but we got pole. We were able to get pole. Just the last few pieces or part of VRS was able to get us to pole. We had a pretty mid start, like always. I always get mid start, so yeah, I definitely felt like I was really fast at the start, and then unfortunately the safety car, like two safety cars came out, and then yeah, when we were going back to the safety car or going back racing, our Ardell kind of braked a little bit earlier than I thought, and I got damaged, which is kind of my fault, but I don't know. It's just yeah, and then so yeah, we hit. And I actually felt pretty confident from there. Just I was pretty easily able to just get my way to the field. But yeah, once I actually got to second, it was pretty much impossible to pass. One, because just through the air, and two, Ardell. I don't know if you caught on stream, but Ardell was really
Yeah,
lagging
I
pretty
saw
bad.
that.
His teleport. I know I can't control it, so I'm not too mad at him for that. But yeah, my move in the turn 9-10 was definitely a really aggressive move, but in the moment, I felt like I had to get past him because it was just impossible to pass. So I'll take the blame for that. I didn't mean to wreck. Obviously, I thought it was going to be clear, but I mean, yeah, that's just honestly how it's gone for me in this league. But yeah, I mean, it's just race one. Like Jonathan said, it's not how you start; it's how you finish. It's pretty disappointing because I definitely felt like that could have been my race to win, but we'll go out to Bahrain next and see how we do.
Yep. But yeah, speaking of Bahrain, how do you think you'll do in Bahrain? Do you think you could get your first Formula Allegiant win there?
Yeah, definitely. I think it's a good track for me, but it really just all depends on what happens. But congrats to Jackson today. I didn't even really realize he won, but congrats to him. That was absolute chaos. But yeah, we'll just move on to Bahrain and hopefully not wreck again. But yeah.
Yep. All right, we're gonna move on to Sam, and I believe it'd be Royce, right?
Royce Crown. Yeah, Royce Crown. All right, Royce, are you ready?
Yes, I am.
All right, so yeah, fastest lap, not bad, fastest lap of the race, so you get that. But P6, very unfortunate because you were, I mean, before that crash at turn 9 and 10 at the chicane with Ardell and Maddox, you were in contention for the victory. You were on the podium, so yeah, just kind of take me through what happened with that at that incident. Like, what happened? Like, how did you collide with Maddox there?
Yeah. Just, I really don't know what to say. I had great pace throughout the race. I wasn't really pushing that hard. But yeah, I saw Maddox getting a little antsy, saw him twitching a bit, so I wanted to sit back and just kind of keep the battery topped up and stay close in case something happened. And well, I was right to assume that because he did make a move around the outside. If he would have made that move, it would have been absolutely one of the best moves in the race, but just misjudged it a little bit. And then when he came over into the racing line, I was up against the grass and I didn't really have anywhere to go. I hit the brakes, but I mean, at that speed, I had nothing I could do. And then as you guys saw, I went straight into him. Broken wing, went into the grass. But other than that, it was a good race. Definitely a little bit disappointed after that crash. I definitely could have won if I didn't get hit, but it is what it is. That's racing. It is round one, so there's lots of time to get some points. So not too upset about it, but I don't know. It is what it is. Do better next week.
Yep. So you are the reigning and defending champion of season 2 in Formula Allegiant. So anything's possible for you. I mean, you have the tools to win. So Bahrain next week, do you think you can make a comeback and get that victory?
Absolutely, I'm going to be coming in full force. Pause. um, but yeah, I'm going to do my best and we'll aim for that top spot.
All right. Thank you very much, Royce Crown, the reigning and defending champion of season 2. So Bryce, we can move over to you and Grant Ward.
All right. Grant, were you ready? Yeah, I'm still working on calling Grant Ward, not Jack Ward. I said it multiple times on the stream more than I thought I would. But
He lied about his first name.
anyways, so Grant Ward, you come home in a P5, so you got top 5 here for here for the first race of the season. Kind of had some bad luck early. You got to drive through early, and then tried to serve it, but you couldn't do it under the safety car, unfortunately. So then you had to do it again. Yeah, but you're still able to rebound with all the chaos happening, and yeah, you come out quietly with a top 5. So yeah, just walk me through that race from your perspective, and yeah.
Well, I did my best Jensen Button impersonation at Canada with 5 pit stops and a drive-through served. Let it be known. And then the safety car tried to murder me.
What the heck? Yeah.
So, but you know what? Honestly, I will take 5th after all of the chaos and how that really should have been a bad race. And I'm not going to look back. I hate Australia.
Yeah, so we have Bahrain kind of up next. Season ago, you got really close to winning that race. Came out second with good strategy, but just wasn't able to get the win. So do you think you could get it this season in Bahrain?
I don't know. Maybe. Depends on what the other speed demons do this year.
Yep. All right, we're going to move on to Sam and Arda Moore now.
Thank you. So Ardo, are you ready?
Yes.
So you start on the front row alongside Maddox Beard. You had amazing pace up until that point where you collided with Royce and Maddox. And it has to be asked, I mean, you were very dominant on that hard stint. But then when it came to the pit stops and the collision happened, it seems like Jackson Traeger put you under a lot of pressure, even though you guys were same tire laps. Like you were on like 7 laps on the mediums or something like that. And I just have to ask, did you sustain any damage from that collision?
No, I actually did not sustain any damage from that collision, but I accidentally forgot to put my tire pressures up in the rears, so my rears were starting to overheat, so I couldn't push as hard as I wanted to. So,
Makes a lot of sense. So, yeah, I mean, P4 overall after that collision, I believe on the final lap. So, what happened there on the final lap between you and Jackson Traeger?
well, um, I was expecting him to make the move after the chicane, just because he tried it after the chicane the lap before. So I didn't expect him to try to hold it around the outside. It's also weird that that happened in the same place, in the same race twice. Um, yeah, got away lucky the first time by not completely spinning off. Second time, just not as lucky.
Will you report that to the stewards, or is that on you?
I mean, I'm not gonna say it's on me, but I'm not gonna report it either. If someone else wants to, they can, but I'm not gonna report anything.
All right. So, Bahrain is next week. Do you think you can go for the win that time around?
Yeah, I mean, I think I can go for the win. It really depends on if Dylan actually decides to race, like actual race. But yeah, I think I'll have decent pace there. Um, it should be a two-stop race, so that'll be interesting strategy-wise. But yeah, I think I can go for a win, if not a podium.
All right. Thank you, Arno Marno, the man who finished P4 and started on the front row. Uh, yeah, Bryce, we can move over to you and Michael Lonsberry.
Okay, wait. There we go. All right, so Michael Lunsberg, you ready?
Yep.
So yeah, you were kind of on the wrong end of the strategy, but with the top three kind of taking each other out, you kind of got thrown back into the battle, and honestly, it actually worked out almost in your favor. But you did go on the softs at the end, so it was starting to fall off, I could tell. So yeah, just walk me through that race perspective and how you're able to quietly come out with a P3.
Yeah, again, qualifying was a bit of a mess. I didn't really maximize the lap, as per usual for me. The race, though, I sucked on the hards. I couldn't get the front temps to work, so I figured I needed a whole bunch of carnage, and I got it. Certainly did get a lot of it. Luckily, I think I was one of the cleanest drivers out there today, in terms of just not doing anything wrong. But, yeah, I wanted to stay out as long as I could. When Ardell started deploying the lag device on his own car and stacking up the field, I kind of hoped that, I know he's my teammate, so I kind of hoped that, he would somehow enable his lag thing after he stopped so he could jump up the whole field and I can maybe get an overcut. Realistically, that ain't going to happen. I went 2 laps above my first time I was going to pit, so I wanted to go 10 laps on the softs, but I went 8, I think. And yeah, I could have gotten the Ferrari, but I think I was a day late and $1 short. He just kept me 1.2 within the DRS because he was getting towed along by Jackson, and I felt like I was faster than Jackson. I don't know about the Ferrari in front of me. I don't think I was really even fast at all in terms of that. I think I maximized everything pretty well. I feel like I'm George Russell right now. I did literally nothing the entire race, and I got third. So yeah, woohoo.
Yeah. So we have Bahrain coming up next. So do you think you could continue your podium streak at Formula Allegiant and Bahrain?
Ooh, probably not. Bahrain's one of my weakest tracks. I don't get along with the track very well, to be honest with you. Whether it's strategy or just pace, I don't really get on with that track too much, it seems. But maybe, Australia, I did nothing and got third, so maybe I do nothing again and I get second. But I'll look ahead, I'll practice, see where it puts me. But right now, it's just the goal, finish top 5 every race, pray on some miracles, and maybe, just maybe, we can end on the top step of the podium.
Yep. All right, we're gonna move on to Sam, and it's Billy Kreger. So yeah.
All right, Billy Krager, are you ready for your interview? All right, so yeah, amazing P2. I did notice you pitted early from the mediums. I think that it was during that first safety car. I have to ask, was your intent to take those hards all the way to the end? Because other drivers in front of you had to pit again because they started on the hards and had to go onto a different compound. So was your intent to go all the way to the end on those tires?
It's not. The intent was to always pit again. I figured that if I did, I would have fresher tires throughout that entire first hard stint. And then when everyone else was going over to mediums, I was going to be on brand new hards. And so wanted to be the fastest car or on the best tires at the end of the race. And even with the safety cars, it ended up working out pretty well.
Yeah. Were you expecting P2 at all?
I was not. I thought best case scenario I could finish P4. I know Ferrari's going to go take a look at some clips and see if we can't submit something to the stewards and maybe it turns into a race win, but certainly very happy with the P2 at the end of the day.
Yep, amazing result for you and the team. So next week is Bahrain. Can you keep your podium streak going or even go onto the top step next week?
I think the goal for me every single week is going to be P4 with the three faster drivers in front of me. I would consider Bahrain to be one of my stronger tracks, so we'll see. Usually I'm pretty weak at Australia, so might be on a good run of form right now.
All right. Thank you very much, Billy Krager, and congrats on P2 once again. So, Bryce, we can move over to you and for the race winner.
Yep. All right, Jack's trigger ready.
Hello.
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 So, yeah, Jack's trigger. After returning, I guess, from season one, I honestly forgot if he even raced the race in season one. But actually, that's my first question. Did you race the race season one?
Never raced here before.
Yeah, I know you signed up, but you didn't actually race. So that was actually your debut race. You get a debut win. But yeah, I mean, it was yeah, I mean, it had a pretty solid race. You're running kind of midfield. I mean, we kind of watched you a good amount of this race. You had a different strategy a little bit, which didn't really change that much. But then after the top three collided, you were in the prime position basically to go for the win, and you're able to get Artemorn on the final lap, and it was very reminiscent to the season before with Royce Crown and Justin Jewell, where Royce Crown kind of spun Justin Jewell in a little bit of a similar way, and yeah, you come on with a win. So yeah, just run me through that final lap from your perspective, and I guess just your race.
This has been the most disastrous win I've ever taken in any league race in my career.
Yeah.
So in qualifying, I didn't have my wheel settings correct, and on my first lap, absolutely, I was 2 seconds off, and the entire session I was playing catch up, and I qualified sixth. And then off the start, somebody, I don't even know who, went bowling into turn one, and who took like 4 of us out. I had wing damage, and thankfully there was a safety car that helped change my wing. I accidentally I didn't tick it on yes, so I had to pit again, but that's okay. So we got back going after whatever restart shenanigans was, and I kind of just existed. Every single car that I passed was either from a crash or, yeah, it was from a crash, or if anybody had anything go wrong. I don't think I passed a single car this race. After those 3 collided, I was absolutely appalled. I didn't even know how something like that could happen, where all 3 of them were done. Where I got up to 4th from all the incidents. I tried to hang in DRS for a while just to see if I could stay with them, because my pace was almost nowhere the entire race. And I actually did stay with him. Maybe his tires were a little cooked, like he said. I'm not sure, but I knew on the last lap that if I wanted to win, I need to do something, and I wanted to be ahead before the second DRS straight, because I wanted to guarantee a win. And the first time, a few laps earlier, I made a move, and I went off, or I was pushed off, one of the two. And then when I tried to make the move, I almost got put in the wall. So I thought, all right, screw it, we're gonna go in here. I'm ahead, so we'll see what happens. And I don't know if I didn't give him enough room. I don't think I gave him, but I was ahead. So made whatever type of move that was, and won the race. But man, that is not how you want to win a race, is it?
Yeah. So we got Bahrain coming up next. How do you think you'll do in Bahrain?
I think I'll do a lot better in Bahrain since that's one of the only tracks that I have any prior practice on in this game. So hope I do well. I'm happy to race with Wards and Ardell and Ryan, Donnie. It's been a little bit since I've raced with any of them, so it was pretty nice. Yeah, I did not expect to win this race after all the things that happened, but you know, we won. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's definitely one of my wins of all time.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you guys for racing. I'm gonna do my interviews. Also, thank you, Sam, for commentating. But yeah, I'm gonna do my outro. So, see you guys. See you guys later, or see you guys in Bahrain. See you guys. All right. So yeah, I gotta leave just to get. So I'm gonna get going to that right now. So, yep. This is Ricecroft signing off from Australia, and I hope you guys enjoyed. So, see you guys.